Be up, guys. Be up, guys. Welcome to this. Obviously delayed again. The buzz still buzzing, and apologies once again. This was supposed to be on at was going to be 1 o'clock and then 1:30, but unfortunately it's actually 2 now. Other things kind of happened. Unfortunately, that's why I'm delayed. And apologies though once again. I do try want to start on time, but it's not always possible. But anyway, here's the banner here. Hey guys, whoever comes on will be on a timer, as we all should know now. And if go over the time, you'll be booted. If you also go off topic, you'll also be booted. So please be aware of that. Cheers, guys. Brilliant. And but anyway, I'm going to go straight into this before I've got a couple of guests, but I'm going to go straight into the Brentford game because I'm so disappointed last night with that game. Was a great goal that won it, obviously. Tonali always seems to score against us, funnily enough. I'm pissed off with it, fucking annoyed. But there we go. We lost, and our great away form at one stage has come to an end. So now we go back to our home form and hopefully start that again and hopefully get better with that. And got Chelsea on Sunday, so hopefully you would think we might be able to win at home. But then again, you never know, because I was concerned about this one, worried. I knew this was a real test against Newcastle, Carabao Cup winners, going really well. And I just knew it was going to be tough. I knew we went 1-0 down and we couldn't hold on till, half time. It was in injury time. They scored with Isak. And yes, I guess a lot of people will say they did dominate the game pretty much, most of it. Maybe deserved it. But then again, we got an equaliser and, Bomo yet again. Bromo with a fantastic penalty. Ice cool in them situations generally. And I think he's only really missed one. But I'm going to go through this quickly before I get my guests on. And this is obviously the report. Yeah, Brentford were beaten 2-1 by Newcastle United at St James Park on Wednesday evening, despite a Bromo penalty, which saw him take his tally to 16 goals for the season. Brilliant. Yeah. That's a positive as well, of course. That is a positive. And we didn't get annihilated, not totally thrashed. So I suppose that's something, but it's still a defeat. We're back to, losing again. The only consolation is a lot of the other teams below us lost. So, that's probably the only good thing. And so we can't be overtaken. We're still sort of mid-table, 11th or whatever. So, which is probably where we deserve to be, really. Let's be honest. But anyway, Alexander Isak put the hosts ahead on the stroke of half-time as Bromo equalised in the second half. Ethan Pinnock's header was inches away from giving the Bees the lead moments later before Sandro Tonali's winner came in bizarre fashion with 15 minutes to play, as his miss-hit cross flew into the back of the net and the near post. Well, he'd probably say he meant it, and it always looks great when these go in, and it looks superb, doesn't it? But so obviously it was a miss-hit apparently. So I thought it's still a great goal. Whatever goal goes in it and wins you the game, that wins you the game. If we'd done that, I'd be happy because we won the game. So. But anyway, Thomas Frank made 2 changes to the team that beat Bournemouth 2-1 in the Bees' last game 18 days ago, with Sepp Vandenberg and Yeha Yarmouk, who I was a bit surprised by, replacing Christopher Ayer and Mikael Damsgaard in the starting 11. Yeah, I was surprised. He dropped Ayer and Mikael Damsgaard. That's all right. That's just an alarm, guys. I've got something I'm going to have to get in a minute from the oven, but I will be coming back. I'll just finish this off and then I'll go and get it. And then hopefully, I can let my guests maybe have a chat about it all when I bring them on while I'm doing that. Anyway, Christopher Ayer and Mikael Damsgaard in the starting 11. They were dropped. Isaac had a chance to put the hosts, who were still revelling in their Carabao Cup victory before the international break, ahead just 2 minutes. After just 2 minutes. Tino Livramento burst down the left and clipped the ball to the back post, but the Newcastle centre forward, challenged by Keane Lewis Potter, headed wide from inside the 6-yard box. Livramento created another chance down the left soon after, this time for Joel Linton. A long free kick over the top found the Magpies fullback, who slid a pass into the Brazilian in a wide position inside the penalty area, but the midfielder's effort flashed just wide of Mark Flecken's far post. Kevin Shardy had a good effort on goal with half an hour gone, when some neat play from Johan Visser fed his teammate out wide on the left. The forward cut inside with pace and purpose before firing towards goal, which was stopped by Fabian Scherblock. Harvey Barnes tried to do a similar thing at the other end just moments later, with his right-footed effort curling inches above the top corner of the Brentford goal. And it was the Newcastle winger who thought he had put his side ahead in additional time of the first half. Isaac robbed Pinnock and danced his way into the box. Before clipping it across goal to Barnes, he headed in from close range, but the official had his flag raised for offside. Newcastle did manage to take the lead before the referee blew his half-time whistle, as Jacob Murphy's cross on the right was met by the boot of Isaac, who side-footed a finish into the back of the net. Brentford had numerous attempts on the Newcastle goal as they looked to equalise in the second half. After a quick Flecken kick, Shardy got on the end of it and headed it back to Visser, who had 2 attempts on the Newcastle goal before Shardy, Bramo and Christian Norgard also tried their luck, but to no avail. And the Bees' pressure finally told minutes later when they were awarded a penalty. Visser beat Nick Pope to a cross in the box, touching it away from the goalkeeper, who dived at his feet and tripped the Brentford forward. Bramo coolly stepped up and sent the England international the wrong way, scoring his 16th goal of the season. And the West Londoners were inches away from quickly turning the game on its head. A cross from Shardy was headed back across goal by Pinnock, but the ball came crashing back off the post and into the arms of a relieved Pope. Newcastle took the lead with 15 minutes to play. Tonali's cross on the right was skewed towards the near post and inadvertently flew into the Brentford goal. The Bees had a golden opportunity in the 3rd minute of additional time at the end of the game, with a neatly worked move from back to front. It involved Visser playing in Shardy, who cut it back to Damsgaard, but the Danish midfielder couldn't keep his effort down from inside the area. 2 even better chances came a minute later, with Shardy being on the end of the shot this time. His initial low attempt was stopped by the legs of Pope before the striker's header back across goal was hooked away from danger. The visitors had one final chance when Norgard's header was saved by Pope in the final moments of the game. Yeah, so I suppose you could say we may have earned a draw, possibly, but then again, for all Newcastle's dominance at one stage, they probably did deserve the win, I guess, even though it was a little bit fluky with that goal, but still. So these were the teams. Newcastle, of course, Pope, Trippier, Kraft came on for him in the 90th. Burns, Share, Livramento, Guimaraes, Tonali, Joel Linton, Barnes, Miley came on for him in the 97th minute. Isaac, Wilson came on for him in the 66th. Murphy, Willett came on for him in the 66th. Subs not used: Dubravka, Longstaff, Neve and Shahar. Brentford, of course, Flecken in goal. Vandenberg, Collins, Pinnock, Ayer came on for him in the 83rd. Lewis Potter, Norgard, Janelt, Damsgaard came on for him in the 59th. Yarmaluk, Macoma came on for him in the 83rd. And Shardy, Visson and Bramo. Subs not used: Valdemarson, me, Konak, Coyote, Jisoo and Morgan. I'll read this in a little while. But I'm just going to bring my guests on, and I've got to get something out of the oven, guys. So I'll just get my guests on first. And I'll start with Warren. Big up to you, bro. How you doing? You there?
Yeah, mate. Sorry.
Yep. Sorry, mate. Well, I'm glad to bring you on and go. We'll have to you
I had
two.
a bit bad night last night, but yeah, I'm all right. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, no worries. I'll let you and AK, because I'm going to bring AK on and you talk about this game. Well, I've just got to get something from the oven, okay, mate? So
yeah, no problem.
just be back very soon, but I'll bring AK on. Be up, AK. Yeah, how you doing, bro?
No, I'm all good, lads. How you doing in this fine Thursday summer? It's beaming, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's hot out there, mate. Yeah, it is good. Nice weather, man. At last.
Oh yeah, nice weather.
Yeah, do you two want to discuss this game, mate? I've got to go and get something from the oven. Got to get something to eat, so I'll just be back soon.
No worries, Steve. No worries, Steve.
What game are we discussing, Steve?
Oh, the Brentford one, mate, that we lost in the end, of course, to Newcastle. Unfortunately. And our away form has come to an end, the great away form, unfortunately. As I told you, Warren, this would happen, but there we go. Anyway, mate, do you guys want to continue with this, and I'll just get my food? Yep. Cheers, guys. Yep.
You got Warren.
Hello, mate. How are you?
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm good, mate. Yeah. We easily bagged 3 points last night, and yeah, we're in the race for top 4. Back in top 4 again.
You think it's on?
We'll see. We'll see on Sunday at the United game.
Is that
Yeah,
who
the
you got on
Manchester derby.
Sunday?
Yeah, it's a Manchester derby on a Sunday. Yep.
Well, hopefully you'll win that.
Yeah, well, I know no Haaland, but yeah, our youngsters, I mean, our fresh legs are firing, which is a positive sign, and we are getting our shit together.
Yeah, this time of year is City time, isn't it? They always
Yes.
pull stuff out the bag at this stage of the season. Usually it's a lot earlier than this that it starts, but I don't know. Why do you think hasn't gone so well as it has in previous years this year?
I think the cracks were showing when I think the cracks were showing after Rodri's injury at the Arsenal game, and he was hopped off the pitch. And yeah, not gonna lie, it literally has been troubling times for us. And yeah, in this summer, I hope we get the business done and get the replacements that we need, because our midfield, our midfield is old. Our midfield is very old. Not gonna lie.
Mm. Well, hopefully for your sake that they get it sorted out.
Oh yeah,
Because-
and Warren and Rodri a couple of seasons ago was crying out for help. He was crying out for backup, but the club didn't even listen, and we are paying the price for it.
Well, you know, if you've got the best manager in the world, you need to listen to what he's telling you, don't you?
Exactly.
Let's have a chat about this game that Mr. B wanted us to talk about, the Newcastle Brentford game. Now, the thing is, I did predict that Brentford would go up there and win. I just thought I saw Brentford play at Leicester, and I was very impressed with them. But then, on reflection, probably any team in the Premier League looks good at Leicester, to be quite frank. But I wasn't able to see the game because it wasn't available to watch in the UK. So we weren't able to see it. I don't really understand what's going on, because there's a number of games this week where that's been the case. I know we have this issue with 3:00 kickoffs here on a Saturday, but it's been like that since like day one. Like this, then it's legal. They're legally not allowed to show the games that kick off at 3:00 in the UK on TV. But I don't understand what the issue is with these other games. I just don't get it. I think it's wrong, and I think it needs looking into. I think the government need to step in and get their house in order. I also think there's way too many providers. I think there's at least 6 or 7 different providers of televised football in this country. And if you want to watch them all, you're going to have to pay in the region of about £120 a month or something.
Which is quite a lot, Warren. Quite a lot. 120 quid. And we are living in our worst crisis in this country again. We are living in a crisis here.
I know, it's just not on. So I really can't make that much comment about the Brentford game, to be honest, other than I was a bit shocked they lost the game, because I thought they would get at least a draw, and I could see that I did see them going up there and winning, but obviously Newcastle are still on a high after their Carabao Cup final victory. And they got Isaac, and he knows where the back of the net is. So yeah, that's all I can really say about it, to be honest. But I don't know. What's your thoughts about it? Was you able to see it, or I guess you would have? Was the City game on at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, I was sort of watching the live scores, and I did watch the Embuemo pen, sweet pen, and yeah, this shows that Embuemo is a player that is up for grabs by the top clubs. He's up for grabs, definitely, because the amount of, I mean, how many goals he scored this season? Wait, I think I'd have a look.
I'd say he
Wait, let me
scored
see.
quite a few, but I don't know. I'm not sure he'll leave Brentford, because I think they're really close to being a major force in the Premier League. I think they just need to get a decent goalkeeper and some decent backup, and I think they'll be sorted. And they could be challenging for Champions League spots. So I don't know. I don't know if he's going to go.
Oh yeah, Warren.
Yeah,
Embuemo. Yeah, sorry. 1 second. Embuemo has scored 16 goals in 30 games. 16 goals in 30 games this season. Yeah.
How many?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
No, I said how many has he scored?
16 goals.
That's not bad. It's quite decent.
It's quite decent. It's quite decent for a player of his stature.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, there's only about 9-8 games to go, and you could see him maybe getting, if he carries on at that with that sort of strike rate, he could get to 20, which is a very, very good total.
Oh yeah, definitely Warren, definitely he will reach 20 goals next season.
Definitely, because it's definitely a good total. It really is. In the 80s or 90s, it wouldn't have been. You'd be seeing players getting 30 plus easily. But this day and age, it's good.
I think Warren, I think you're echoing.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think your voice is echoing. Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about it, mate. To be honest,
Yeah, sorry, mate.
I haven't got a microphone. I haven't got anything like that. So there's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is, unfortunately.
Sorry, guys. Apologies. I was just eating and that. So
No worries, Steve. No worries. Steve. May I know what you're eating? Are you eating a pie?
I just got ham and cheese toasty. So I got.
Go on, Steve. You got a nice cup of bovril there as well, mate.
No, I can't stand bovril. Useless.
I love bovril. I never used to. I like it now though.
All right. Well, apologies, guys.
No, we were just talking about Embuemo and the fact that he seems to be scoring a lot of goals for you guys. So what's your assessment of him, Steve?
I want him to stay, mate, but I don't know. He might want to go and win stuff now, which is, a lot of players do, don't they? Let's be honest. So, he did say he's happy here. He's content. His family's happy at the club. So, I don't know. I hope we can tie him down, but I'm not sure. He might just want to go now. But, I think he's superb. One of our best players there, really. So, fantastic penalty again. It was an amazing penalty. A bit like a Tony one in a way. It's similar to what Tony does, the way he takes it. But, was a little bit lucky, I thought, with that second goal, Newcastle, where it was supposed to be a cross from Tonali, and it went in. Just the way it seems to go for us, doesn't it? But
you don't like him, do you, Steve?
No, fucking hate him. He's on my list, as you know. He's on my list, Warren.
Yeah, exactly. Steve's got a list, everyone, and that list is going to be published soon, allegedly.
It's going to be published on Sky Sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's all the players I hate that keep scoring against us that never score against anyone else. And they always score against us. Darwin Núñez is on there for a start. James Wilson. McTominay? He was on there.
Kai Havertz.
This fucking Tonali. He's on there.
Kai Havertz?
Yeah, fucking German giraffe. Of course, he's on it. And, the list is building up, actually, lads. So it's going to be a long list at some stage now that I've got to read out. But, no, I suppose I can laugh, but I'm not totally happy. I'm really pissed off with it, to be honest. But this is the way it seems to be going for us. And, I wish, we are still mid-table. And I think that's probably about right. I don't think we should ever be right up there at the moment. We're just not good enough. As much as I'd like us to get Europe or 7th, 8th, whatever, or whatever, I'm not sure it's going to happen. As you say, well, until we get a proper goalie as well, that won't happen.
The problem is, Steve, the goalkeeper is such a key position on the pitch. It really is. And if you've got a decent goalkeeper, it could bag you another 10, 12 points a season.
Yeah.
So that will really push you quite high up the table, in my opinion.
Well, hopefully we get Kelleher, as you say. I'd love to get him.
I think it's be a really sensible signing, and I think if you went in with a good enough offer for him, I think you could get him.
Well, yeah, I think so and all, but
because let's be honest about it, he's not getting in that Liverpool team ahead of the normal, fella who plays in goal for him, the Brazilian. He's just not, because the Brazilian fella is the best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
He ain't getting ahead of him. That's the problem. So if he wants to get first team football, he's going to have to leave. And if I was Brentford, I'd be like making a big play out of it and doing everything I could to get him, because I think that Flecken's a massive problem. Because I reckon, I don't know because I don't watch enough of Brentford, but if you've got a dodgy goalkeeper, it destabilises the whole defence, makes them nervous. All right. When defenders start getting nervous, that's when they start making mistakes, because they got no confidence in the goalkeeper. So they're constantly on edge. And when that happens, that's when mistakes happen. And then they're going to start conceding goals. And it's a vicious circle. It just goes round and round and round and round. And you get a decent goalkeeper in there, it'll stabilise everything. And the whole defensive unit will become a lot more solid. I've seen it happen before, mate. I saw it at Maidstone when we had Nicky Johns playing in goal. The guy was a walking disaster area.
Yeah.
Like every single week he'd do some fuck up. And you could see that the defence, like Warren Barton was in that defence. And you could see them all, they were panicking because they couldn't rely on him.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
It needs to get sorted out.
Well, for sure. But I'm not sure it will yet. But I mean, I'm just going to go through the player ratings, lads, and then we move on to the other games. And obviously, that other big topic, the VAR situation, that horrible, horrific tackle last night. We're going to that as well. That should have been sent off. An ex-Brentford player, by the way, it was. Fucking hell. But anyway, we're going to these player ratings, and Flecken, what do you reckon I'm going to give him here, Warren?
2.
What do you... Actually,
I don't know. I didn't see the game, Steve. I don't know how he played. I don't know if he had an unusually good game, but the thing is, he just destabilises the whole back four, or the whole defensive unit, in my opinion. If it was me, I was the manager, I wouldn't play him. I'd put the reserve keeper in.
Well, so would I. I agree with you. I'm with you there, buddy. But it won't happen. And I'm going to say, though, I'm actually going to give him a bit more, because he didn't have a lot. It weren't a lot of his fault. That second goal weren't his fault either. So I'm actually giving him a little bit more, mate. I'm not going to go over the top, because he's still shit. So I'm going to give him. I'll give him a 5. I think a 5. Being generous there. But anyway, Vandenberg, I don't think he was too bad, Vandenberg, to be honest. I thought defensively we weren't that bad, honestly, to be honest. I'll give him a 7. Lewis Potter was decent as well. I'll give him a 7. Collins, pretty good again, 7. Pinnock, I'm pretty much giving them all a 7. 7 as well.
What about Janelt?
Oh, Janelt, he's midfield, isn't he? So I'm going into midfield now. Janelt, I don't think he was that special, to be honest. I'll give him a 5. Mm-hmm. Sorry, but there you go. Didn't think he was that great. I don't know why Damsgaard weren't on from the start as well. I don't get that, but there we go. Right, so Norgard, I thought was always good. I thought he was really good again last night. I'm actually going to give him an 8. An 8 there. And who else should we go for here? Bramo, I thought brilliant. Of course, scored the penalty. So I'm going to give him an 8 and man of the match. Bramo. Especially for the penalty. So Visser was decent again. Pretty good. I'll give him a 7. Yarmouk, I will give. I don't not think he was that great. I'll give him a 5. Shardy didn't do a lot either. I'll say it's a bit more than Yarmouth. I'll give him a 6. So that's all. Those in the subs, Damsgaard came on a bit later, and I thought I don't know why he went on from the start, but I'll give him a 7. Aya came on as well. I'll give him a 5. Didn't really do much, didn't have a chance. So McHomer also for Yarmouth, I'll give him a 5 as well.
Steve,
So yeah,
it's 2 things, right? I noticed there that Brentford only brought on 3 subs. And I've noticed that your manager, he does this regularly. He doesn't use all the subs.
Yeah.
Right? Why is that? Because
I don't know, mate, to be honest.
I don't get it, because you can, especially with the home games where it hasn't been going particularly well recently, you could change the whole, direction of the match by making a few changes and stuff. And not only that, freshen it up a bit. Like, do you know what I mean? I just don't understand why he's not utilising the other bench, the whole bench. The other question I've got for you is, what's going on with Aaron Hickey?
Well, he wasn't quite ready for this game. But I think he may be either for Chelsea or Arsenal.
Well, no, just even like being on the bench. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he weren't up to it to even be on the subs bench. I think Rico Henry's going to come back before him, which will be Sunday against Chelsea. And then he might even be on the bench, or maybe on Sunday as well, Hickey. And if not, he'll be on the bench against Arsenal. So
it'd be nice to see him. It really will. I'll be really happy to see him at least on the bench.
Yeah. But what you were saying here as well about why he doesn't use all the subs, I think a lot of some of them are defence. It's mainly defensive on our bench. So we haven't got a lot of attacking other than, like Damsgaard and whatever. Most of them are defensive. Aya, Coyote, Konak's sort of defensive midfield, I think. Me, of course, defence. Kim, defence. McHomer, pretty much defence. Valdemarson, goalkeeper, he should be playing. And then Morgan. I think he's midfield, but there's no real.
Any young fellas in the youth team that you could bring up?
We got quite a few, mate. We got quite a few, but I don't know why he's not using them. A lot of them are off on loan as well now. So that's the thing. But I think maybe we should do that. But there we go. I don't know. I can't tell him what to do, can I? Unfortunately, I'm only a fan. And
you can have an opinion about it, mate. That's allowed.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, what I say don't seem to matter, does it? But anyway, we will move on, and we'll go now into the Premier games, the other Premier games, and I don't know if do you want to do the Tuesday ones, Arsenal? Do you want to talk about Arsenal, Warren, or not?
Not really. I'm pissed off with this day. I'm just sick of saying the same things over and over and over again. I feel like a broken record, mate. So let's just skip that.
What about you, OK? Do you want to talk about the Arsenal game? Arsenal and Fulham?
Arsenal. Yeah, well, what else can I say about Arsenal? Arsenal fans are already giddy about the fact that Saka just came back from injury and he scored. And now they're going to be online like, oh, Real Madrid, be prepared. We're coming for you. Pray for Madrid and all that. I mean, they are getting giddy again. And yeah, I don't know about the Real Madrid game. I think Arsenal are not going to beat Real Madrid because...
No, Gabriel
let's
now.
be real. Yeah, let's be real. Real Madrid, we all know who they are. We seriously know who they are. I mean, and what they are capable of in the Champions League. And Not to forget, 15 Champions Leagues. Yeah, 15 Champions Leagues, and Arsenal have no European heritage on them, and now they want to you know they seriously just want to I know what to say about them, but you know what? Let's move on to the game. I
Mm.
gotta say, Fulham. I mean, Fulham's season so far has been like on and off lately. They've been winning. They had some good wins and they lost a couple of games, but yeah, I gotta say Fulham were poor. They were really poor last night against Arsenal. They should have taken advantage of the Gabriel injury. Now that Gabriel's out with a hamstring,
Yeah.
they should taken advantage of it. But then they didn't. Poor execution of play, and they had opportunities in front of goal, but they couldn't finish. I have nothing else to say. I mean, Fulham's been poor this game. Nothing else I can say. And Arsenal, like I said, be prepared. They are gonna get giddy online.
Mm.
They're gonna come out with chest. They're gonna come out saying, "Oh, Real Madrid, watch out, watch out, watch out, Real Madrid. We are coming for you. Be prepared."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was an important. It was a good win for them, but Arsenal, but Fulham were poor, as you say, and they got a lot. I thought they were a good team, Fulham, and they got a lot of ex-Arsenal players, of course. But I thought the Saka goal was probably the highlight. I would say there was one of the best goal, out the game. But they're never not going to catch Liverpool. So what's the point anyway? But you
There's
know,
only one thing to say about it, Steve, is that they played well until Fulham made a lot of substitutions. As soon as Fulham made those substitutions, they just fell off.
yeah,
Like they were hanging on at the end,
yeah,
So hanging on at home when you've spent £750 million in the transfer market against Fulham, sorry, mate, it's not acceptable. It's not.
no, stop,
It just sums that club up in a nutshell. And in a microcosm, after those substitutions were made, it sums up everything that's wrong with that club.
yeah, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but anyway, we move on, and we're on to this game, Wolves against West Ham. Bit of a surprise. I think we had West Ham to win here, Warren, didn't we? So,
Yeah, we did.
you, AK, what you thought? Did you think West Ham would win, or you a bit surprised by this one? AK?
Again, not again this game. I mean, like I didn't get to watch the full game because I was watching my game against Leicester last night. But
Yeah, no, that was
I have only
piece.
a very I only have very a
Mm,
few comments to say about this game, and I think
mm,
Wolves deserved this game. They actually do. I think they were the better team, and Potter. I don't know what went wrong with his tactics. I thought Jellyfish Potter had a game plan.
jellyfish. Yeah, I like
Yeah, I thought
that.
Jellyfish Potter had a
Yeah,
game plan. But again, it it, it it didn't go as planned for West Ham, and I think West Ham are wait. Let me check the table though. Where West Ham is at the moment.
mm,
Oh, they're 16th.
Yeah,
Not looking good though. I mean, like you're above Wolves, but
yeah,
not
yeah.
looking good for West Ham at the moment. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, it isn't looking good for West Ham. It isn't looking good for West Ham at the moment.
No, definitely
They
not.
got like what? Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, they got like what? 9 or 8 games left.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Not
got
many.
8 games left, and yeah. I mean, they got 8 games left, Steve, and they have to win them all. But
Yeah,
again, under Potter, look, I know I'm not a West Ham fan, but I have to say, like, I know Potter has come in at a very, very troubling times at the club on the Flopetwegi. The amount, yeah, Flopetwegi, the amount of trouble that he's put the club in terms of performances and results. I mean,
yeah,
I don't blame Potter, but I feel that Potter has landed into a mess, and I hope he sorts that out next season.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, he sort of sorted them out a bit, hasn't he? I think they're a little bit better than under Sloppy-Teggy or Flopper-Teggy, whatever you call him. But, I think I think they are a bit better now, and they got full crew back apparently as well. So that might make a bit of a difference with full crew there, because he's obviously the striker, isn't he? One of the strikers. So I think that might make a difference to them. But Wolves are pretty much safe, aren't they? 12 points clear, or I think 12 points.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah, I think 12 points clear now. I think they're 12 points clear.
I might be a little bit less because Ipswich won last night, didn't they? So bit of a shock.
They won last night.
Ipswich beating Bournemouth. Was it Bournemouth? Yeah, they beat Bournemouth, didn't they? What a shock! But I never see that coming. I really didn't. Ipswich beating Bournemouth. I just didn't think that had happened. But still,
The cherries, Steve, the cherries have been popped again
yeah.
at Vitality Stadium. The cherries have been popped again by Ipswich. Oh my favorite result.
Here you go, okay. You can talk about this one. Warren would like to talk about, I'm sure, as well, in a little while, wouldn't you, Warren? About
Yes.
United losing.
I've got some breaking news. Gabrielle's out for the rest of the season.
Oh, oops. Oh, dear.
Oh my lord. Arsenal's title hopes are gone.
Arsenal.
They
Mind you, it was gone at Halloween, mate. To be
Title
quite
race is
honest.
gone.
Arsenal definitely fucked now.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Oh, dear. They're not winning anything. Real totally demolished them. Totally slap them up, I think.
They will. It'll be comfortable. I could probably put their reserve team out and win that tie.
Unfortunately, yeah. It's going to be a bloodbath, isn't it? To be honest. So, unfortunately, and can you still secure second? Even do you think?
I'm not convinced because, like I said to you the other day, I could see Forest catching them.
Yeah. Well, they got a great win here, didn't they? Against United. I said they'd win, didn't I, Warren? I said Forest would win. So, I mind you, I had 2-1, but it was only 1-0. But still, it's a win. And I think, an ex-player, the reject, Alanga, what a player he is, by the way. Very quick, rapid. We'd love him at the Bees, I tell you. We'd have Anthony Alanga all day long. He's quality. Absolute baller, Got it all right from his own half. He ran all that way and scored at the end of it. Put it in.
Oh, Steve, that goal
And
by Alanga.
Don't forget they're missing Chris Wood as well.
Yeah.
So when he comes back, I think maybe next week or the week after, that's going to be a big boost for them. So, and I think they've got to play Arsenal yet at the City Ground.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, you probably could lose there, couldn't you? You could lose to them.
I think they will. I'm not convinced about that team at all. I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not going to go on about that again.
No.
Let's move on, Steve.
No, but we're all glad United lost anyway, let's be honest. And they're still below us, so that's even better. And so, you know, it's brilliant, isn't it? And made up for Forest because they could probably get Champions League, and they're still third, I believe. So they're still third, yeah. So this is brilliant from them. So we move on to, obviously, this one, which was a shot. Bournemouth and Ipswich.
Mm.
Who wants to take this one?
Liam Delap. I'm telling you, he's a baller. Liam Delap is a baller from our academy, and
He's quality.
I wish we would have kept him. Yeah, he's one of us, and I wish we would have kept him. We would have kept him, and yeah, Ipswich again.
Yeah.
One question though. I mean, I have one question in mind though. Are we going to see end of season Ipswich rack up wins at the end of the season?
I'm not so sure. I think they still go down. I think they're still adrift. This is all too little, too late if they do something now, I would say. But they got more of a chance than say, well, obviously Leicester are gone and so are Southampton, aren't they? Totally doomed. So maybe Ipswich have got a slight chance, but only a slight chance, I would say. What do you fellas say? What do you think?
Warren, do you want to go first?
Yeah, okay. I'm just bringing up the table because I think they're still quite a few points adrift. Yeah, they're about 9 points adrift with 8 games to go. They're not getting out of that. No chance.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's too many points. So I think they've gone. They might have a win here and there, but I just can't see them getting out of it. It's too many. They're too far adrift. If it was like 3 or 4 points, maybe, but not 9. That's crazy talk. And the goal difference. What's the goal difference like? The goal difference is, yeah, they're about 16 goals worse off than Wolves as well. So they're not getting out of it, not in my opinion. I just think you're asking too much of them to get out of that. I think they're gone. Can't say I'm disappointed. I don't really like Ipswich. I've been there to watch Norwich, and their fans are fucking nutters.
Yeah,
me and my mate, he's a Norwich fan.
Yeah.
And we were driving back on the motorway. We stopped at the services to get something to eat. We were queuing up to pay for our food, and this fella, I had a Celtic scarf on because it's green, white, and yellow, and my mate had his Norwich stuff on. And this fella just walked past, had never met us before, never had anything to do with us. He just turned around and said, "I hope you crash and die."
Oh
absolute cunt. I felt like I wanted to go outside and attack him, but my mate just said, "Don't leave it."
Yeah.
Fucking scum. Do you know what I mean? Why would you fucking say something like that? It's just fucking mental. But that's what their fans are like. They're fucking animals. I can't stand them.
Oh yeah. Warren, Warren, a couple of them are like that. I've experienced it in Manchester, especially. Especially in Manchester from the United fans. Obviously, both of us know that. Both of us know their fan base. They also have a bunch of animals in there. Barnyard animals in there.
See, the thing is, if I was in Glasgow, I would expect it. but
Yeah.
not fucking in fucking Suffolk. Do you know what I mean? It's like sleepy Suffolk, and like you're getting that. Do you know what I mean? You like sort of you're prepared for it. Like if you're going to an old firm game. Do you know what I mean? But no, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, Steve, about the game, I had to say,
Yeah.
are we seeing signs of Bournemouth falling off?
I would say, yeah, for sure. I don't know why, because they're brilliant. They're a great team, but so it's happened ever since that probably the FA Cup defeat as well. I don't know. It might be to do with that.
Let's see what happens at the weekend. If they lose again or play badly or draw or something, because
Clive
I
himself-
think this manager of theirs is top draw.
I do.
I think I can see him at Real Madrid when Don Carlo hangs his boots up.
Yeah, for sure. But I think they got Clive out as well, so that's not going to help.
Well, yeah, that's
injured
true.
now as well. So that's a real sickener. But yeah, I think Ipswich. I still don't think they get out of this. I think it's too little, too late. They haven't got a chance. I think Wolves got enough points, and if they get a few more points, they've done it anyway. I can't see Ipswich catching.
The thing is, the goal difference, Steve, is another factor because it's about 16. What was it? Let's have a look at the table again. Right, their goal difference is Wolves is minus 17, Ipswich is minus 33. So that's 16 goals. Right, they're already 9 points clear. So that's worth another point. So you're talking 10 points they've got to catch Wolves up with, right, in 8 games. So that means that they have to win 4 fucking games and Wolves have to drop points in 4 games in order for Ipswich to catch them. And that's like if the results in the other games are the same. So it's just too much to ask.
Yeah.
Especially when you're down the bottom. Do you know what I mean? I just can't see it happening, mate. I think it's too much to ask.
I can't either.
Warren, I'm Warren to talk about Leicester and Southampton. Yeah, I think they're going down as well.
Well, they definitely are. Well, Southampton for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
if they lose this weekend, they're down, aren't they?
I was a bit surprised they got a point against Palace, though. They're 1-0 up, aren't they, as well? Southampton. Well,
if they don't win this weekend, they're down. So, and they still need to get 1 point to ensure that they don't have the worst ever Premier League record.
Yeah, it was Derby, wasn't it, before? Mm-hmm. Derby had the worst, I think. I think it was Derby. Yeah. So...
And of course, Steve, we have Manchester United on 13th.
Yeah. 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 What's no, I'm not surprised, and I don't care. I'm glad we're above them. Fucking wankers. Who cares? Who cares about them anyway? But yeah, no. But we'll move on and get on to the next game, and that was this one: Brighton 0, Aston Villa 3. A bit of a surprise that Brighton have also seem off form now. They seem to have lost it, didn't they? Brighton as well. But Villa, fine win, great win for them. Rashford on the score sheet yet again. I still don't think he'll maintain this. I think if they sign him permanently, he'll go back to revert to type like he was at Man United. If Villa sign him permanently, I think he will revert. He just wants a move, doesn't he? He's angling for a move, and that's it. That's what he wants. And I don't think Villa should do it. I wouldn't do it if I was Emery. I would say fuck you and go back to United. Really? because I know he's doing well now, but I don't know. Oh, you can hear me, guys, can't you? By the way,
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I thought my audio was off a bit, but no. Yeah. So I think yeah, I mean it's good win again for Villa, but Brighton are really, I don't know, gone downhill. They're dropping a bit now. I don't know what's happened to them. Really good team, but Asensio, what a player though, as well. Another quality player, superb, I think, for Villa. But yeah, good win for them. Possibly, well, probably will get Champions League, I would say, or if not Europe anyway. Could they win? Well, they're still in Europe as well, aren't they? And Champions League and is it Champions League they're in, Villa?
Yeah, they are. They are. They're
Hmm.
facing PSG. They're facing PSG.
And the FA Cup as well. The FA Cup they're in as well. So, yeah, could they do something? Could they win something? You think, Villa?
Yeah, I do. I have to say though, that picture that you've got on the screen there from the BBC,
Yeah.
the size of Rashford's nose, fucking hell. Some old honk he's got on him, isn't it? Fucking hell, the size of it.
I like what we're talking about. You just pick out about his nose, Warren. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Like, he obviously knows how to sniff a goal. That's no trouble not fucking with a nose that size. Jesus.
Oh God, he reminds me of that film with Steve Martin. Was it Roxanne? Wasn't it? Do you remember that film? You remember that? Oh, I love that film. That is so funny, man. That is brilliant. Steve Martin, he's brilliant, you know. I know what's happened to him. He don't do a lot now, Steve Martin, but I loved a lot of his films. But anyway, let's get back to this, and we're talking about this. So, yeah, but as you say, he's got a nose for the goal, hasn't he? Nose for the goal.
Nose for the goal.
Fucking big nose or what, mate? But anyway, Pinocchio's got nothing on him, is he? Anyway, but
that's true.
Rashford show quality and confidence. There he is. There's the man,
Yeah,
Mr.
legend.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I wish he was still at Arsenal.
Yeah, he should be.
If he was still Arsenal manager, we would have won a few titles by now. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah, I mean, this man was doing well at one stage, Hurstler, wasn't he? I mean, he's still a young guy. What's he, 30 odd, isn't he? So he's very young for management. And I thought he was doing great with Brighton, but something's gone wrong there. They're falling now a bit. I still like them.
This is the problem, isn't it? So all these clubs like trying to follow the Arsenal model, like hiring managers, very young managers with not much experience.
Yeah.
You know, might have good ideas. They might, not good ideas, new ideas. But when they like hit a problem, they don't know what to do because they haven't got the experience. And this is what's happening. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying these guys are bad managers or anything like that, but sometimes you need an experienced older head, like who's been there and done it and seen it. Do you know what I mean? Because when you start hitting hitting choppy waters, you need someone who knows how to like sail the ship through those choppy waters. And I'm not convinced that this is what the problem is with some of these clubs, like your Bournemouths and your Brightons and all the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah, but
if that I'm telling you now, if that was Don Carlo or Jose, and they suddenly hit whatever it is that's causing these clubs bad form, they'd know exactly what to do. Whereas I bet you these two, they're probably sitting there thinking, right, what are we going to do? How am I going to get this? How am I going to sort this out? What should I do? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is why I've got a bit of a problem with this Arteta thing, because the man thinks he knows it all. That's the other issue. He's got very complex character flaw in that he can't. He's unable to learn because he thinks he knows everything. He thinks he's got nothing to learn, and that's a fucking big problem. That is a massive problem because you're not going to develop in whatever career you've got if you don't, accept the fact that you've got to learn and develop as a person. And I think that's part of the issue.
Yeah,
it's certainly an issue with him.
Yeah, just a big-headed, fucking arrogant prick. Let's be honest.
Well, this is it. That his arrogance is a massive problem.
And we'll let AK go with this one. Man City 2, Leicester City 0. Grealish actually scored. Crikey, that's a miracle, isn't it? He ain't scored one for a while. Marmoush come up trumps as well because you got no Haaland. He's out and he injured now. So looks like Marmoush will be the lead striker there, won't he? Really? Anyway,
definitely. Yeah, definitely, Steve. Marmoush. Yeah, I'm allowed to be honest with Marmoush. He has been very impressive. He has been very impressive this season, and yeah, he's bagging. He's bagged like what? 3 goals now. 3 goals in 8 games. That's quite decent. And yeah, I can see promising signs for next season that Marmoush is going to be our top player. Top player we got in our hands here. Only thing is, Pep needs to actually start playing him more. He needs to.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah. Do you want to go more into this game though, AK? Is it was your game? Because I know it was Leicester you beat, and they're pretty piss easy, aren't they? They're nothing, mate.
Yeah. And yeah, Steve. Super Jackie Grealish. My guy.
Yeah, good old Grealish, isn't it? He actually scored, but he ain't been used a lot.
He scored, yes. Finally, he's broken the deadlock.
Yeah, but he ain't been played a lot at all this season, has he? He ain't really had much of a game.
Steve. This season he hasn't got much game time, but yesterday when he came on and he scored, I was so happy. Seriously, I was so happy for him because the amount of stick that he's been getting from our fan base, the amount of stick that he's been getting from the media is disgusting.
Yeah.
It is disgusting.
It is, yeah. He's still a great player.
He's a great player, no doubt. And I know unfortunately he's going to be leaving in the summer, but
a lot of money probably.
I hope he stays. Yeah, he will, but I hope he stays. What a top player we have. Seriously, what a top player we have. He was vital for us in the treble season, and I love the man to bits. Not gonna lie, I love the man to bits. I love Jack Grealish and how he was in the treble season. In the treble season, he was cooking.
Yeah, but he's not exactly doing it. Well, he weren't doing it for a while, but he's come back with a goal, so you can't knock him really. And there's going to be a lot of money. I just feel sometimes he doesn't do enough in the game, to warrant it. Because I think he's fast, but he just don't do enough sometimes. He's lazy, isn't he? And then he always tries to con a free kick. It goes over most of the time, isn't he? So he goes over more times than a cheap hooker. Let's be honest. But it's just you know, but I mean, sorry. But you know, just, sorry, I couldn't help that one. But yeah, no. So he's a good player, and you know, so
And
obviously,
Steve, Jeremy Doku yesterday he was decent yesterday. Last night he was decent, and Savio again.
yeah,
He needs to work on his finishing. He needs to work on his finishing.
mm,
He needs to work on his finishing. He had multiple chances on goal, and he can't even net one.
yeah. Well, true. But what do you think you're going to do there, AK? Do you think you'll still get third, maybe? You think you can still get it? Or what? Or win the FA Cup? What do you think?
Um, now that we go Forest in the
Mm,
FA Cup, and with the way we are going, yeah, I literally have a slight feeling that we can win the FA Cup. And I mean, I know Haaland is not in the squad anymore. He's out. He's out for the season. But we can somehow manage. That's who we are. We are City, and
mm,
we will make the best use of what we have. That's who we are.
yeah, definitely. So, yeah, that was pretty piss easy, wasn't it? It's a walk in the park for you with that one against Leicester. And they're down, I'd say, definitely Leicester, let's be honest. They even took Vardy off, didn't they? I think, in that game. And they wanted to go. And apparently they took him off. So, strange, but there you go. Still, easy, light work for City.
And Steve, and that tackle by Jamie Vardy on Omar Mamouche. That sh- Vardy should have been at least booked for that challenge. He should have.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of things could have happened in the games last night. Let's be honest, in some of them. One in particular, but it didn't. So it's not a real surprise, is it? At the end of the day. So I mean, the refs and VAR are fucking pathetic. They always have been, and they're just not getting any better.
And now we got semi-automated. Now we got semi-automated VAR.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to bring back the United game because I've got another guest on now, and I want to talk to him about that. What he thinks about it. So I'll bring him on, and that's Rich from Red Devil United. Be up to you, Rich.
Big up, Rich. Big up, Rich.
So, do you want to go?
Hi, AK. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good, mate.
I've been
How
better.
are you doing?
No, I'm fine. Like, to be honest, this game, if you watch Manchester United this season, this game kind of sums it up. Concede a goal, someone runs for the length of the pitch, scores, and Manchester United offer nothing for the rest of the game. Really, like, we had a lot of possession, but what threat do we offer? There's virtually none. I don't think as the Forest goalkeeper had to make a save. I know they cleared off the line towards the end, but no, I think Manchester United's attack is pretty much a joke at the moment.
Yeah. Shame, really, but you'll still watch it for.
Forest defend well, don't they? Forest have got a good defence, but we didn't really test them at all.
No, they seem to be doing this, don't they? They seem to defend well. As I say, the comparisons with Brentford, I think, that's like us when we first came up. We were defensively good, and held on well. The backbone was there, but I think it's gone now, unfortunately, at the moment. I think we've been found out. We're not as good defensively and organised as we used to be. Unlike, because Forest are, though, aren't they? They seem to have that strong defence. They know what they're doing, all these guys, don't they? Murillo and all that. And
they're quite well organised, aren't they? It's like when the manager was at Wolves, they were quite organised, weren't they? They were scrappy games. It's always a tough game for us against one of his teams. I just think that Manchester United. I wasn't really surprised. I was that once it goes to 1-0 and Forest got something to defend, it's just difficult. And they haven't conceded many goals. I think Forest have probably got third best defence in the league, haven't they? So, and if you look how many goals we scored, we're just not scoring many goals at all. So I wasn't really surprised. I was disappointed, with the performance. I thought at least sometimes you watch a game and think, okay, we could have taken our chances. I don't think we even really created good chances in this game. And that's the problem. Like, what's the point in having all the possession in the middle of the pitch where you're not doing anything? When it comes to the final third, we just don't do it. Like Xerxes offers almost no goal threat, and when Højlund comes on, it's just as useless. To be honest, I've never seen two strikers at Manchester United that are seemingly incapable of scoring goals. Like they've got less than 5 each, and that was what we're talking about being in April. This is pathetic, isn't it? At the moment,
Yeah,
De Ligt's probably more of a goal threat. Maguire's more of a goal threat.
Yeah, Slabhead. Yeah, they brought him on and they were doing long balls up to him, weren't they?
At least he can head it.
Spamming long balls to him.
Yeah, and then he had that one cleared off the line, wasn't there? There was that cleared off the line. So, and your ex-players come back to haunt you there, Rich, and Alanga.
Yeah, Alanga's
Alanga.
done all right. It's ridiculous pace, isn't it? And a nice finish. Like ridiculous pace. I mean, someone should have fouled him in midfield, to be honest. But once he's got into the penalty area, you can't do anything. Then can you? You can't really take a red card, or they don't really do much. It's a good finish. I mean, the goalkeeper is useless as well. So any shot on target's got a really good chance.
Yeah, banana. Yeah, is he as bad as Flecken? Do you think? I'm not so sure. I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Well, anything more you want to add to this one, Rich, or we move on, or?
No, not really. I think if you watch that game, it'll pretty much tell you how Manchester United season's gone. Is that we just don't score enough goals. Like we've got literally no goal scorers in our team apart from Bruno Fernandes, and there's literally no other goal threat. Is there? How can you think of any other team that's got a couple of strikers this stage of the season on 3 goals? I'd have to go back to Akinbaye and Leicester in the mid-90s to find someone less prolific, and he was useless. So it's just, I think it's almost like funny because it's beyond a joke, isn't it? People criticize the manager, but what can he do? Like, there's literally no one in our squad that can finish a chance.
Yeah, there is. Unfortunately, there's nothing there, is there? I don't know what's going on with your team, but you've only got Europe to concentrate on, haven't you? Really, as well. So, do you think you could even do anything there in Europe, or not now?
I think that we've got a chance, haven't we? Like we're there with probably 4 or 5 other teams that are even favourites. The thing is, the Premier League's got a lot of money in it and is a lot wealthier than these other leagues. There's more quality. So when Manchester United play, so at Brentford, Bournemouth, Fulham, the teams that are just above us in the league, and then we go and play Real Sociedad. The Sociedad game is a lot easier. It's slower pace.
Yeah.
It's easier. We played 10 games in Europe. We haven't lost one yet, and we haven't really looked like losing. A lot of games we've been controlling. So Lyon would be a good test. People are talking up Lyon, but compared with mid-table Premier League teams, I think Lyon won't be as good. So I think Manchester United have got a good chance. It's going to be difficult because there's a few good teams in there, but I think we're probably one of the bookies' favourites, probably because we're a big name. But with the Champions League teams not dropping into the Europa League this season, I think it's a little bit of an easier competition. So maybe that'll help us. I just think that Lyon, we're probably like 60-40 favourites to that one. And then there's other teams that are quite decent, but no, we shouldn't be worried too much about it.
No.
Rich. Yeah, and Rich. I'm sorry to comment like this, but Rich, are you looking forward to the Manchester derby on Sunday?
I'm to be honest, I'm looking forward to it because it's one of the games where weirdly our best performances have come against the better teams in the league. So we beat City, and we had that draw at Anfield. We beat Arsenal in the cup with 10 men. and we looked fine against Chelsea. It's just one of those games where we know what to expect. They're probably going to be defending for the majority of the game, and that at the moment that might be our strength, that we're okay if we're defending. When we try and open up teams, we get hit on the break too much. So no, I think it's good because Manchester United, like we've beat City early on in the season, which was a pretty surprising result. So I'm looking forward to it because it's one of these games where I don't think we're getting. The only positive I got this season is I don't think we're getting really hammered. Like a few years ago we were losing like 5-0, 7-0. Like City scored 6 against us, didn't they? A 6-3 game. I don't see us getting battered anymore. We're doing the basics right in defence, though we've got a shaky goalkeeper. We're just not scoring goals. It's like as simple as that. It's really annoying to watch because I just see so many missed opportunities. And we get a decent striker in the summer, maybe it's a different story. But at the moment, I'm not really sure how we beat City though. Like a Bruno penalty, is someone going to have to just keep running around near the edge of the box, try and get a penalty, like a free kick, set piece? I don't know. It'd be a miracle if Højlund or Xerxes get a goal at this point. Maybe Cheeto can come up and step up. I don't know. Are you looking forward to it, AK?
I know times are a bit troubling for us. We don't have a top striker, and of course we got Marmoush, who has been decent. He has been scoring. I mean, like, not gonna lie, Marmoush has been our top goal scorer ever since he came in, and yeah, I hope he does the job for us on Sunday at Old Trafford. It would be amazing to see Marmoush score at Old Trafford.
Mm. Well, be good to see a good game, really, wouldn't it? See a few goals, I suppose. That's the main thing. That's what I want to see. You know, as a neutral, I would like to see a good game. But yeah, going back to this. What about this one? I was shocked that Southampton got a point against Palace. And they actually 1-0 up as well. Southampton. A real surprise, wasn't it, lads? This one.
Oh yeah, this was a
big
this was a
surprise.
shock. This was a shock. Steve, this result is an absolute shocker. How Southampton got a point. Southampton fighting relegation, about to get demoted back to League One, got a point against Crystal Palace, against Oliver Glasner's side, who have been impressive this season, but
they're still going down. But Palace, it was a surprise. What did you make of this one, Rich? This game?
I think I was just looking at it, thinking, is there any chance? Like Southampton are gone; they're definitely gone, aren't they? And the Ipswich result was more interesting. But I was just thinking, we played Southampton twice, and we've beaten them comfortably, but they've caused us problems. They've got some pacey players like Dibbling, and who's the other guy that was playing on the other wing? But they got some pacey attacking players.
Oh, trying to think of that winger. It's really great, isn't he? That black guy. Oh God, what's his name now?
Someone like got a similar sort of name.
What is his name?
Adingra or something? Is it Adingra?
Adingra. I think Adingra or something his name is.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think with Southampton, the biggest surprise is that they've looked okay in games. The biggest problem they've got is defensively they're appalling. And Crystal Palace, I guess that they're not scoring lots of goals either. We'll just be frustrated because for them, considering they've put a few wins together, looking quite good. And Crystal Palace, the only team that were in the bottom 3 or 4 early on in the season that didn't change their manager, because they're the only ones that have improved really. I know like Ipswich kept theirs, didn't they? But Leicester sacked their manager. Southampton did as well. I think Wolves did as well. Everton did. Crystal Palace kept their manager, didn't they? And they kind of bounced back after a really poor start. I don't know. I think with Southampton, Leicester, and Ipswich. Do you think this is the least competitive teams that have been promoted we've ever seen? We've played 30 games now, and no one's given them a remote chance of staying up. They're 9 points adrift of Wolves. Leicester City I can't remember the last time Leicester City got a point. Southampton, that's their first point for about 6 games as well. But they're all going to get relegated. Is it just that the Championship and the Premier League is just too much of a gulf now? That there's literally no chance of like you look at Brent. Who is it? Burnley, when they came up, they dominated the Championship. They were appalling in the Premier League. And like in the past, we've seen teams like Brentford came up, they stayed up, they looked quite good. You know, you had Tony playing well, you had some good players. Your first game was a win against Arsenal. Bournemouth did quite well. You know, Brighton kept finishing like 14th, 15th, and then but these 3 teams this season, they haven't had almost like no chance, have they? They've been rubbish from the first week, and it's like, they're not even competitive. We've beaten Leicester 4 times, and we've been rubbish.
Yeah, well, a lot of teams are beating them, aren't they? Let's be honest.
No, I'm just disappointed we don't get to play Leicester again. I mean, that's the only probably half our points.
Oh, yeah, Rich. I can imagine you're missing Rude.
Yeah, do you feel sympathy for him or not, Van Nistelrooy? Really?
I don't know. I think Van Nistelrooy wanted to be manager, didn't he? So at Manchester United, when they changed the manager, Reid is always going to go because assistant managers don't normally stay, do they? Amrin wants to bring in his own guys, but also, you know, when they look at trying to transform the club with Radcliffe and Barada, they're just going to have their own idea, aren't they? So once they bring in Ruben Amrin, they want to do everything to build around him, and so they're going to be bringing in new players as well over the summer, I guess. Maybe not expensive players, but just quite a few young players. I think it's just a like Van Nistelrooy wants to. He's been a manager before, so going from managing a club in a different league, winning trophies, and then being assistant manager was a little bit of a step down. I think the only reason he took that the only assistant job he would have taken, he said, was Manchester United because it's a bigger club. But now he wants to be a manager. I think Leicester was just the first available job, and in hindsight, it probably wasn't the best. You know, they've had financial problems recently as well. Leicester, they had points deduction hanging over them as well. So he probably could have chosen better, but I don't know really what other options are on the table. I think he just took the first job that was available, and maybe he should have held on a little bit longer and got a better job.
Yeah.
I mean, he was our attacking coach as well. So, you know, you said, do we miss him? He was our attacking coach, and look what we've done this season. He didn't really improve us attacking. We did get good results when he was interim manager, but we played Leicester twice, so that helped.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've exhausted that, to be honest. So we move on, and obviously want to go into that. Well, there is this game tonight, isn't it? Tonight, yeah. Chelsea Spurs. Does anyone want to predict that? Any predictions for that? Chelsea and Spurs.
We're going to talk about the Liverpool match.
Oh yeah, we will. Yeah, I'm just going to do this first, Warren, and then
all right,
and then go. That'll be the last one I'm going to go to.
I'm going to have to jump off. So
yeah, sure. No worries, mate.
No worries, Rich. Big up, and maybe wish us luck for both our teams on Sunday.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, hopefully we improve. I think the derby game is probably a good watch for the neutrals if Man United score first. If City score first, it could be quite boring with us doing nothing. But if Man United score first, City have to attack it. That might be a good neutral watch then. But cheers, guys. I'm going to be heading off, but hopefully catch you again soon.
Take care.
Cheers, Rich.
Cheers, Rich.
Nice to see
Cheers,
you, buddy.
Rich.
Do you want to shout your socials out before you go, or not?
Yeah, Red Devil United. I'm going to be doing a United Manchester City preview tonight. It's going to clash with the Spurs Tottenham game, but we're going to be having a couple of guests on. Kelkster's coming on to represent City. G-Wolf's going to represent Manchester United, and obviously I'll be very biased host as well, representing Manchester United. But that'll be 8 o'clock. Otherwise, just check Red Devil United TV. We're trying to do regular streams, and we're trying to do some Premier League stuff as well, hopefully once a week, where we can get Mr. B and you guys on if you want to come and talk about your teams. But cheers, guys.
Yeah, no worries. Rich.
Cheers, Rich.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
On you. I'll try and come on you in this live chat. But anyway, but thanks to him. Another great guy, brilliant channel, absolute brilliant channel. go and check that out. You know, Red Devils United. I'll try and get his link in at some stage in there before we go. But anyway, yeah, so Chelsea Spurs, do you want to do a prediction on this, lads, or not? Or you want to say anything? Just what you think might happen?
2-0 Chelsea.
What about you, AK? What are you going to say for this one?
I think I'm gonna go for 3-1. I think Chelsea win this comfortably. Spurs, of course, we all know who they are and what their DNA is.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Chelsea are winning it. I do as well. So I'm going. Well, I think I might have said this the other day. What I went for, I think it was 2-0 Chelsea. I went for it. So yeah, but we will get on to the Liverpool game now, Merseyside derby, and yeah, a lot of incidents here really. Well, one actual main incident involving, of course, Tarkowski, who used to play for the Bees. I'm sad to say, and I can't defend him either. He's got there, I can't defend him, and I mean, who should, who could? But apparently, the referee didn't think it was that terrible or over the top. He's an absolute joke, that referee. Let's be honest, a fucking rookie.
Yeah, I mean, Steve. To be fair, that tackle, he could have got a straight red. He could have got a straight red for that.
Well, he should have done. He should have done. Let's be honest. You know, it was fucking disgusting, that tackle. And he should have been off all day long there. I just really don't get that. That fucking these refs and the VAR are all shit, as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely
Scrap VAR, scrap FFP, scrap PSR, scrap the lot. Scrap them.
Yeah, well, they've got to. It's fucking useless. It ain't good enough.
It is useless.
It is, mate. And, you know, sooner they get rid of it, the better, I think. Yeah. Yeah, well, what do you think about it, Warren?
I think it's absolute disgrace. I don't like VAR. I used to like VAR. I thought it was a good thing, but not anymore. I had a chat with my mate about it, and I saw Vinnie Jones talking about it, and everything both of them said to me was spot on. I couldn't argue with it. Semi-automated offsides, no, I don't see the point of it. All this money that's being invested in all this technology, I think it's a waste of money. All they need to do with this offside rule is just change it. And change it so that in order for someone to be offside, there needs to be clear daylight between the defender and the striker for the player to be offside. It's as simple as that. You wouldn't need to draw lines. You wouldn't need to have semi-automated offsides. It'd be clear as fucking day. That tackle last night by that fucking clown, Tarkowski, he should not be allowed to play football again. It's a fucking disgrace. Like, he could have ended that player's career last night with that tackle. And it's just pure and utter thuggery. That's all it is. And there's a long history of these sorts of tackles in this fixture. Like, I remember a couple of years ago, the Everton goalkeeper put Van Dijk out for the season. Because he did come back and he did play, but he wasn't the same for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And it keeps happening. It keeps happening. Go back and look at these games and you will see that Everton go into these games with malicious intent, and something needs to be addressed, because you cannot have teams going to the field deliberately trying to injure players. It's fucking disgusting. I've seen Arsenal players like suffer this. Aaron Ramsey at Stoke, Eduardo at fucking Birmingham. I'm sorry, it's not acceptable. It's disgusting and it needs to be stopped. And if I don't know what the situation is with the Liverpool player that got fouled in that tackle. I don't know if he.
Yeah, Warren. I think it was McAllister.
Yeah, if he is out injured, that fella should not, who made that tackle, should not be allowed to play football again until McAllister has come back from injury. It's as simple as that. That tackle was deliberate. No one's going to tell me that that was not a deliberate assault. And it is assault. Simple as that.
It is assault.
Right? How that man was not sent off is an absolute disgrace. That referee as well should never, ever be allowed to referee again. Not in the Premier League, not in League One, not in the National League, not in the Isthmian League, any level of football. The man's incompetent and probably fucking corrupt as well. Because most of them fucking are. Let's be honest about it.
For sure, yeah.
Do you know?
Oh yeah, and gentlemen,
look at that fucking interview that
the old 1 minute, okay.
the former Everton defender did, talking about what happened when he was playing at Celtic. Referee coming up to him and saying, as long as you're playing for Celtic against Rangers, you will never get a penalty from me.
Yeah.
That sums it all up for me. There is massive corruption at the highest level of football in the United Kingdom. Right? How it is clear as day that guy should have been sent off, and how he wasn't is a fucking joke, and it's a disgrace.
It was, yeah.
Right? And all this business about VAR and all the rest of it, I honestly believe it was brought in so they could cover up their incompetence and cover up all the fucking shenanigans that are going on with these referees.
Yeah.
I'm convinced of it. It's like fucking clear as day to me. Like it. No, they go. Oh yeah, it's gone to VAR. People have checked it. Well, they're probably fucking in on it as well.
Yeah.
It's just fucking disgusting. I'm fucking sick of it. It needs to be fucking massively overhauled. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. It just for the offside rule for a start. Fucking change it so that it's clear and obvious. This VAR, when it was brought in, we were told that it was only going to be used when there was a clear and obvious error. Every single fucking decision that needs to be made has to go to VAR now. The referees, as far as I can see, they're just there to dish out the cards. What are they actually doing on the field? What is the point of them being there? Because they're not like refereeing the game. The VAR people in the VAR room are.
Yeah.
It's fucking all wrong, mate. The game's finished. Absolutely fucking finished. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Anyway, okay.
Mate, I really am.
Yeah, no, so am I, mate. Anyway, okay, what were you going to say there? You was going to.
I wanted to actually add to Warren's point about VAR, referees, and I was about to say, do you remember the City Spurs game last season when we drew 3-3 at the Etihad?
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Simon Hooper is another classic example of a corrupt referee.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, clown, mate. Absolute clown. Yeah.
He's an absolute clown, that Simon Hooper. Jack Grealish had the ball. The ball was in play, and he abruptly blew the whistle there. I got so pissed.
Yeah.
I lost my shit. I lost my shit when he blew the whistle.
Blame you, but I mean, it is terrible. These refs are no good. And I think half of them are just making it about themselves. They just want to be in the spotlight, you know, instead of the fucking players on the pitch. Make it about themselves. Yeah, you're out in the middle. Yeah, you're controlling the game as such because you.
Well, he ain't, are they, Steve? They're not controlling the game. They've abdicated responsibility to the VAR room. It's a fucking shambles. All of it.
No.
It's fucking shit. The football in this country is dead. It's buried. It's nowhere near the fucking standard it was in the 80s and the 90s. Nowhere near. And part of it is because the fucking refereeing and that VAR, it's a fucking shambles.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt and go off on one, Steve, but I'm fucking angry about this.
No, I don't blame you, mate. I am and all. It's
I don't blame you. We all are. We all are, Warren. We are.
Yeah, Alan
and
Stubbs.
Warren. And Warren. I'm also pissed about the fact that FFP and PSR, that these two needs to be scrapped because it's literally not helping the league at all. It's not.
No. I remember my mate saying to me, right, about VAR, he said, listen, football, right, it's always had mistakes in it. Whether it's players or officials and people, they're human beings. You're not going to get every single decision perfectly right every single time. It's never going to happen. And it's still happening now with all this technology. Just fucking ditch it. Like having to wait fucking 5-10 minutes before you know whether or not so that you can know whether or not you can celebrate a goal or not. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. It is. But you know, the game is too quick. The football, we know you can't slow it down, and it is slowed down too much now with VAR. It takes forever to come up with the fucking decisions. You know, and VAR it takes too long.
It's not American football. It goes on for fucking 6-7 hours. Like,
you need just like that, isn't it? You want it. And it's not. It's shit, mate. It's absolutely fucking useless. And, you know, might as well go back to what it was before. Might as well just go back to that. You know, I know it's human error again. But so what? I mean, it works. Technology works with every other fucking sport pretty much, doesn't it? It works with tennis, rugby.
Yeah, but they're not stopping every single play. No. Like, it's in rugby, it's not every single play that gets stopped. It's not every fucking shot that gets stopped. They don't stop after every single point in tennis. This is what's going on here. These fuckers, the referees, are abdicated responsibility. What should be happening if they're going to keep? If they have to keep it, and I don't want it, but if they're going to keep it, they should decide whether or not VAR gets involved or not. If they're not sure, there's a challenge in the penalty area, and they're not sure whether it was a foul or not, they go to VAR. Listen, I'm not sure about this one. Can you have a look and let me know what you think? Or there's a goal and he's not sure if the fella was offside or not. Can you check it? Not the other way around, because what's happening now is that these people in that fucking VAR room are saying to him, you need to check this, you need to look at the screen. We think it was offside. We think that was a foul. Do you know, even on the pitch, like someone gets brought down, they're like getting involved in that as well. How is that a fucking clear and obvious error? It's just no, man. It's fucking bullshit. It needs to go.
Steve,
a lot of it.
Yeah, it needs to go, Warren. It needs to go, definitely. It needs to be scrapped.
Definitely.
And Steve, and VAR is successfully working for cricket as well. If you've noticed.
Oh yeah.
The leg bite decisions.
Yeah, but that's a different thing, isn't it? What do you call it? What's that thing they go up for the edge
Ball
thing?
tracking, yeah, ball tracking, ball tracking technology.
Yeah, and that's faultless. That's amazing. I think gets it right every time, doesn't it? So
Exactly.
Sorry, my mind went wandering there. What was you talking about? Being faultless?
Talk about the cricket one, mate. What they use in cricket. You know, technology they use, Hawkeye and so forth. And
it's a completely different sport.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like cricket, like we all know, like Test match cricket lasts for 5 days.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. Like you can go away from it, come back to it, stuff like that. But football, it's supposed to be quick. You can't do that.
No, you can't.
It's crazy.
It's nuts, isn't it? And this is going to rumble on. And I mean, this was absolutely terrible. If they look at this again, if they go into this fucking game again, they should do this guy and fucking get him out for fucking so many games, fine him as well for that tackle.
Well, he wasn't the only one. They should have had at least another one sent off in that game. I'm telling you, there's a fucking issue with that club, Everton.
Yeah,
They're
there is.
A dirty fucking team. I'm telling you, really fucking dirty.
It seems to be since Moyes has come back. But do you think it's to do with Moyes? Could it be down to him?
Probably, yeah.
Really? Well,
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me because it wasn't happening before. Well, it was to a degree, but it's like fucking ramped up since he's been there.
Yeah, it's possible, but
so we got him on Saturday lunchtime. I bet you one of our players will get done.
Yeah, well, you have been.
Guarantee it.
You do get the Reds. You were getting sent off a few, weren't you? Your players. So, was it Miles Skelly was getting sent off? Was he got sent off a couple of times?
Mate, I'm telling you, if I was Arteta, I would go up there and I would play our biggest, ugliest, fucking, absolute fucking animals in our team.
Yeah.
They're going to try and kick us off the park, 100%. Yeah. So we're going to fucking give it back to them. Go up there with a team of fucking cloggers and fucking give it to them. And you see what fucking happens. They will throw the fucking book at Arsenal if that happens.
Yeah.
And Everton, no, nothing. I'm fucking sick of it, mate. That club's a fucking problem.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll go through these scores now, lads. What are we going to go for these Saturday games, well, weekend games? Everton, Arsenal. What are you going to go for, Warren? A defeat?
1-0 Everton.
Yeah, what about you, AK? What are you going to say for that one?
It's going to be tight. Now that, of course, now that Gabriel is out of, Gabriel's out for the season due to a hamstring. And Timber looks like he's also on his way to the hospital bed. So things not looking good for Arsenal at the moment. So yeah, I think I see Everton score a goal and park the bus basically. So I'm gonna go 1-0 Everton.
You know what? It's going to be a hat trick. I'm going 1-0 as well. We got a hat trick here, lads, and
a hat trick is incoming, lads. Let's go.
Yes, come on, the Toffees. It'll be sticky for Arsenal, this one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, definitely.
But we go on to the next one, and that's Palace and Brighton. And Brighton are on bad form. Palace, maybe slightly. I don't know. They're going well still, Palace.
What's the M23 derby, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. So what are you going for there, Warren, for this one?
2-1 Palace.
You okay? What are you saying? Palace and Brighton?
I'm gonna go 2-0 Palace. I see Brighton fall off from here.
Yeah, well, they're slumping, aren't they? In a slump.
Yeah, they're in a
I'm
slump.
going to go 2-1 Palace, actually. I'm going 2-1 Palace. I think Brighton will still score, but Palace will have too much. So,
Someone's going to get sent off in that game as well.
yeah, probably. A battle of the bottom teams here. Well, almost bottom. Ipswich and, well, they pretty much are down there, aren't they? Ipswich and Wolves. If Wolves
2-0
win,
Wolves.
they're pretty much safe, aren't they? Wolves?
Yeah, I'd say 2-0 to Wolves. Because the
What
thing
about you?
is, Steve, if Wolves win this game, they know
Mm.
that's it. It's more or less over and done with. Because that will be 12 points they'll be clear with 7 games to go.
Mm.
Plus the goal difference that we've already talked about. That's fucking 13 points.
Mm. Yeah.
Then they'll need a 13-point turnaround to get out of it. It's not going to happen.
No. Is Cunha going to be back as well, I think, isn't he? I think he is back for this one. I think. He might be. I don't know. It doesn't say here, but I think he might be back, Cunha, you know. So I think Wolves will win it, myself as well. I'm going to go 3-1 Wolves.
Wow.
This will be a big win away. I know it's at Ipswich, but especially if Cunha is back, I could see them, you know, getting a good big win. So, what are you saying for this one, AK? Wolves and Ipswich.
I think it's gonna be a relegation scrap,
Yeah.
and either both these teams
Mm.
are gonna win or possibly gonna get a draw. But I feel that Wolves might get the edge, so I'm gonna go 3-2 Wolves.
Oh, a few goals then. Well, that's all right. That'd be good, wouldn't it? If there is a few goals there, be good to see.
Oh yeah, it's high time. There should be some field goals in there. Make it interesting at least.
What about West Ham Bournemouth? Well, can Bournemouth come back from their slump? Now, I mean, West Ham are not doing it either. I'm going to 1-1 here, lads. I'm going for 1-1.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with you, Steve.
What about you, AK?
1-0.
Another hat trick. We got
1-0.
another hat trick there. 1-0. Right.
Yay! A hat trick.
Yeah, what about this one though? Villa and Forest. Well, Forest going well. Can they stop Villa as well? Can they keep this going? Villa are a good team. We know they are. So,
Is Chris Wood going to be back for this game?
sorry,
No, he's
Chris
not.
Wood.
Chris Wood.
Yeah.
No, he might be. I'm not sure. I think they said, you know, I think he wasn't quite ready for that last game. I think he might be back for this one. I think they said. So, yeah. So I might go for. I'm going to go for another draw. I'm going to go 1-1 again.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw because if Chris Wood's playing, then do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he'll give a few of them Villa boys a good old raking.
Yeah.
To use a rugby expression. And like the old prop forward for not sorry, so go steaming in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, but in all seriousness, I think it'll be a Desmond, a 2-2.
2-2. Right. Well, what about you, AK? What do you think for this one?
I'm gonna go Desmond on this as well. 2-2. I think I think Villa gonna defend their pride at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, so looks like we're gonna see a 4-goal thriller.
Well, possibly. I'm sticking with the 1-1 though. I'm going to stick with that. Well, how about Sunday? The Bees against Chelsea at the G10.
Oh my!
We get back our home form. Can we get that back in in order again and back to winning. I think we could.
Turn them over, Steve.
Well, you said that against Newcastle, Warren, and look what happened.
I know. I knew you were going to say that. It could be a danger sign if I say that they're going to win, but I do think they're going to win. I think it could be 2-1.
Actually, say they're going to lose, Warren, then we might win.
Well, first thing that crossed through my mind was, don't fucking upset him. Don't fucking say that Chelsea are going to win.
Be booted, Warren, you know.
Yeah, we'll get booted. No, in all seriousness, I think 2-1 or 2-0 to Brentford. There is a big problem at Chelsea. I don't know what it is, but after I was alarmed when I saw that the manager had stormed out of training.
Yeah, Maresca,
Yeah. So there seems to be an issue at that club. So I think Brentford will take advantage of the situation, because if they put their mind to it, I know that they could beat them. I really do. But it's what sort of mindset Brentford go into this match with.
Well, we've got to stop playing. We've got to get back to playing at home in front of our fans. You know, we seem to have lost that for some reason, not playing well in front of them. So I think we should, against Chelsea, weaken Chelsea. You know, with what's going on there. They're good players there. They've got some good players. Let's be honest. But you know, I think it's all going on, isn't it? It's all in chaos there and whatever. I'm going to go to 2-0 Bees. I'm going for that.
Good man.
What about you, OK?
As much as we want to stay in the top four, and of course we got the likes of Newcastle and Chelsea gunning for that top 4 spot. I mean, it's not top 4 anymore. It's top 5 now. So I see Newcastle and Chelsea gunning for that top 5 spot. I mean, of course, potentially top 4. So yeah, I think Chelsea, on the other hand, have not been looking good lately. So, but I definitely can see a Brentford comeback at home at the G-Tech. So yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Brentford.
Yeah, nice one. So we all agreed on the Bees winning. Well, yeah, I just hope that that happens, lads. I really do. But what about this one, Fulham and Liverpool?
I think Liverpool got this in the bag. Do you agree with this, Warren, that Liverpool actually had this in the bag? A few games left. That's it.
Yeah, well, if Arsenal lose and Liverpool go into that game and they win, I think that would mean that they will be 15 points clear. So they'll only need another 6 points to win the title. So, because I do think Arsenal will lose at Everton, and this could be a massive, I think that win last night, sealed it, really. And personally, I think it was sealed back at Halloween, back in October, but I think they're gonna win. I think it'd be 2-0 to Liverpool. Well, what do you think, AK? What do you think the score will be, mate?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool.
How much?
Yeah,
Sorry?
I think Arne Slot's going to. I know Arne Slot's going to go all out for that Premier League title.
Yeah.
I can see
What
it.
do you think the score will be, though? I didn't hear what you said.
I said 2-1 Liverpool.
Stevie there.
Where's Steve? Yeah, I think. Oh.
Sorry, I was trying to do something. Sorry about
Steve. I thought for a second you went to the fridge and got some more pie.
Yeah, sorry about that. I am back. Hold on.
So, what do
Steve,
you think about the Fulham Liverpool game, Steve?
I think Liverpool should win this. Fulham are in a slump. Liverpool are doing well again. They're okay. They're out of trophies, out of other trophy competitions, but yeah, I think they should win this. I'm going 3-0. Sorry, 3-1 Liverpool. I'll go. I think Fulham will get consolation. So 3-1.
The other factor about that Arsenal game is they got Real Madrid coming up next week.
Yeah.
As well. So I don't think they're going to go fucking full tilt against Everton because they know the title's gone. Right? So they're going to try and put everything in the basket to beat Real Madrid, but I just don't think they've got enough to do that. So that's another reason I think that Everton will be able to beat Arsenal. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. So anyway, let's move on to Spuds and Southampton. Well, Spuds should win it. I know they're shit, really, Spuds at the moment, but even they should beat Southampton, shouldn't they? Really. I'm going 4-1. I think Southampton will score somehow. I'm going 4-1 Spuds.
I'm going 3-1.
What about you, OK?
I'm telling you, Steve and Warren, if Tottenham loses against Southampton, serious discussions need to happen.
Well, that ain't going to happen, though, is it? Let's be honest. They ain't going to lose to them. I think old Big Ange really will be out, won't he? If they lose to them. Come on, you know.
Oh yeah, but but jokes aside, I see Tottenham comfortably winning this. So I'm gonna go 4-1 Tottenham.
Oh, it's the same as me. Yeah, that's what I went for. Yeah, you would hope. You would think. I wouldn't mind seeing the Southampton win, beating the Spuds, would you? Would anyone? I think everyone would like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, like but Steve, but you know what, Steve, we will be there. Yeah, we will be there when that happens.
Yeah. But anyway, what about this one, the big one, the Manchester Derby? Oh. Well, OK, what do you think, my friend, for this one?
I mean, I know United are United, of course. They're in a slump, and they're sitting in 13th while we are fighting top four, and we just won 3 games in a row, which is like a bit of a confidence boost. And yeah, I know I'm not too confident on this game, but I personally pray that United don't do the double on us. If they do it, it's gonna be embarrassing.
It would be, yeah.
It is gonna be it's gonna be embarrassing for me.
Definitely. But they're not, are they? What are you going to go for? City to win? Surely?
Yeah. I think I see a City win this time. So yeah, I mean of course we got now that we got Marmoush scoring goals now, and yeah, we got Mateus Nunes making good runs, and Nico O'Reilly as well. Nico O'Reilly, he's been stepping up,
Yeah,
and
good
of course
player.
Oscar Bob is back.
Is he? Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he played last night. He came off the bench and played.
Yeah, he's quality, he is as well, baller, you know. So, yeah, I think you should win this. What are you going to go for? What are you going for anyway?
I'm gonna go 2-1 City.
I would say that, but I'm not actually. I might say I don't think United might score. You know, I'm going to go a 2-0 City here. What about you, Lauren?
Steve. So you're basically going with the clean sheet. You reckon
Yeah.
a clean sheet?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
probably so.
I think United are that shit, mate. I don't think they're even going to score against you. You know, they got no strikers. Their strikers are useless, mate. They're shit. They score against
Man
you.
like Garnacho, you know. Man like Garnacho, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, but he don't score either. So
He won't score. He won't score. Trust me, he won't score.
no. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. 2-0 City. What about you, Warren, as well? What are you saying?
That is the worst Manchester United team I've seen ever. Right? They are absolute dog shit. How Rich is trying to claim that they're going to win the Europa League, I think he needs to go and have a lay down in the dark room somewhere. Right? They were lucky to beat Rangers at home, and Rangers are fucking piss poor.
Yeah.
Right? I can see this being another annihilation. Like, if it's less than 5, I will be surprised. I'm going for a 6-0.
6-0.
Yeah.
Oh, crikey. Well,
it wouldn't surprise me if it was 7. That fucking team are dog shit. Absolute fucking dog shit. They really are. And
Warren, I hope you do.
him. I really do. I bet he's sitting there thinking, why the fucking hell did I take this job? Because they're lucky they're not in relegation trouble. They really are, because they're bad enough to go down. Right? It's only because the 3 teams at the bottom are so shit that they're not.
That's right, yeah. There's worse teams below them, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise they would be fucking teetering on the edge of the relegation zone or in it, because they are fucking that bad. They really are. So yeah, Warren, I'm going for 6-0.
Warren, Warren, I hope what you said happens. I hope we batter them 7-0 at Old Trafford.
Because what you got to remember is that when the thing with City and Pep is once they got their fucking teeth into you, they will not let go. They will just keep going and going and going. Right? I've seen them do it to numerous teams. They're like 3-4-0 up, and they don't just fucking ease off like other teams do and relax, take a few players off. They just keep going. Do you know what I mean? They're like a fucking great white shark.
Dog with a bone.
Fucking ruthless. When they're on it, but it all depends on whether City really go into that game wanting to do some damage. If they do, then they will fucking take that team apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, but I don't think they have been the same City team this season, but even they will beat United, because I don't think City have been really...
We'll always find a way. You know who we are. We'll always find a way to beat the big sides.
Yeah. Yeah, United aren't a big side now, though, at the moment, let's be honest. So...
Well, they're below you in the table, Steve. That tells you its own story, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? We're above them. We're above them, so you know that tells you a lot. So, and I don't think we're that special, and yet we're above them. You know, I can't sing our praises because I know we can do better than what we're doing. So,
how a team of that size can be languishing in the bottom half of the table? What are they? 15th,
13th, I think.
It's fucking shocking.
Shocking.
They're the second biggest club in the fucking country, and they're languishing like in 13th. It's just no, man. If that was Arsenal, I'd be doing my fucking pieces.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And Steve, Warren.
Yeah.
I'll educate you on something. Sorry, I'll show this. Yeah. If this was us a decade ago, in place of Man United, winning 3 Champions Leagues, these stars would have definitely proved. These stars would have definitely meant value. We've got 1. We need 2 more. That's it.
Well,
It
you
should
got
have been us instead of them. It should have been us.
more stars than United. Let's be honest. So that's not hard, is it? But you know, it's but yeah, you're right. Well, you know, it's true. But you know, I think, well, you know, it's easy. So me and AK gone for 2-0, and Warren's gone for 6-0. Well, that'd be great, wouldn't it? We'd love to see United getting stuff, wouldn't we?
That would be great. That would be great if that happens. That would be great. That would be great if that happens, because I'm gonna get tears in this mug and sip it, drop by drop.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Put some champers in it, mate. Why not? You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, crack open a bottle of the old champers, mate. Yeah, pop. There it goes. Yeah, there we go. Celebrate. But no, but I mean, no, I think you're going to easily beat them. Easily. What about this last one, which is next Monday? We'll do that, and then that'll be it. Leicester and Newcastle. Surely Newcastle wallop Leicester here. Surely. Got to be, innit? Leicester have got no chance.
Nah, I mean, I see Newcastle winning this comfortably. That Carabao Cup boost has given them a huge boost in confidence.
And beating us as well, yeah. But yeah. Sorry. Fed up with that. But there we go. But yeah, we lost. But anyway, I think Newcastle to win 4-0. Go Newcastle there. Against Leicester. What about you, lads? Warren?
I agree with you, Steve. That Leicester defence is all over the shop. I mean, remember what I keep going on about it, but you remember what Brentford did to them?
Yeah, yeah. We walloped
in
them.
that first half. You could have been 5 up at half time. Easily. And then could have had, like, you eased up in the second half.
Yeah, we shouldn't have done, really.
No, but if that had been City, there could have been 10. Because I'm telling you now, if City were fucking on it and they were like a fully fit squad, they would put 10 past that team. Because they are fucking dog shit.
Oh yeah, we would. Yeah, definitely, Warren. I mean, with that defense against our attack, we would have actually easily put 10 away. We would have if we were that clinical.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I'm going to go 5-0 here. I've changed it to 5. I think it's going to be 5-0.
Oh, you changed to 5 now.
That's what they've got. Newcastle, all their great strikers, you know. Like Isak.
So you're saying an Isak hat-trick. An Isak hat-trick on the cards.
He's going to run riot, mate. It's going to be a Swedish massacre.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. He might get 4, you know. So he might be.
The winner takes it all. The loser standing tall.
Yeah, nice bit of rabbit there, Warren. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I think Leicester will be sending an SOS somehow. But
message in a bottle, mate.
Yeah, that was the first record I ever bought, by the way, lads. That was Message in a Bottle by the Police.
That's like Leicester Newcastle scenario, though, Steve.
Oh, here we go. Scenarios. Yeah, here we go. I knew you'd get back to that, Warren. I knew you would.
Warren.
Scenarios, yeah.
That was so funny yesterday when you said that. Scenario. in the street. I was pissing myself laughing. It was fucking hilarious.
The only scenario I didn't mention though is we'd lose, did I? I didn't say that. That's
Yeah.
one of the scenarios that come up.
And he was spot on about that. They lost.
We did lose, yeah, unfortunately. But yeah. I'm gonna try and forget about that match anyway. To the next one, to Chelsea. We surely should beat them. But anyway, that's about all we've gone through them all, and I think that's about it. So anyway, lads, what do you make of it all? We all happy. We're all happy. Obviously, the Premier's back, aren't we? So the national break's over, thank God. And
Yeah, thank God for that.
Do you see that thing? Just last thing I wanted to chat about was that thing the other day about the PGMOL want to ban camouflage football boots.
Huh?
Camouflage football boots. What?
There's players running around on a pitch with like these grass green colour football boots because it makes it difficult for them to pick them up when they're drawing the lines.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't have thought that'd be an issue, but there we go.
I just think it's fucking nonsense. It just highlights
It's nonsense.
How fucking ridiculous this VAR nonsense is.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a joke, isn't it? It's a fucking joke. But it's not making us laugh. That's the only thing. But anyway, we're gonna go, guys. Anyway, because obviously you're gonna bounce. It's gone over 2 hours now, so I don't want to go on too much longer. I've got other things to do today, so I've got. So I better go. And but anyway, guys, we want to shout out your socials. AK won't take you long, I know, because you ain't got. Well, you have got a few, but you're not got a channel. I don't know why.
No, I've not got a channel, but yeah, I mean, like, I do have an Insta profile. You can just follow me on AKCW City, and yeah, I'll be on these panel shows. I'll basically be on call-in shows, panel shows, just talking as a guest about my club and the beautiful game itself. So yeah, do follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, come on, man. You got to sort a channel out. You need to do your channel, man. You really have.
Yeah, soon. Soon. I'm just waiting for all the pieces to stick together.
Yeah. Yeah, you kill it, man. You smash it. You don't do your channel, man. You really will. You know what you're talking about. You talk sense, unlike some people I can mention. Well, one person at least I can mention. I won't go into that again.
You don't go on for fucking hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, like someone does, yeah. But anyway, not mentioning anyone or any names, so top secret. But anyway, but cheers, AK, for coming on again, bro. Brilliant. And how about you, Warren? What have you got? Plenty to shout out.
You can find me on Warren's Team Talk. It's the same on all my socials, and you can find me on Instagram, X, Threads, and Blue Sky. Also on YouTube, although I'm not streaming at the moment. I will be soon, hopefully, but not just at the minute. Yeah, I think that's about. I think I've mentioned everything. Yeah. So listen, please make sure as well that you subscribe to Mr. B's football channel, Mr. B Hive Football Chat. The link for that channel is in the live chat, and also his cricket channel, Mr. B Chats England Cricket. So make sure you subscribe to those because both of them are really excellent channels, and the man knows what he's talking about. And he talks a lot of sense. Well, he does to me anyway. So, yeah, go and check him out because it's fucking really top drawer stuff. And yeah, good man. Thanks for having me on, Steve. It's been a great show, and I've really enjoyed chatting to you both. So,
No worries. Brilliant, Warren. Yeah, you're always welcome, buddy, as you know. And so are you, AK. You're always welcome. So,
Yeah, and Steve, I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing before you close the stream, guys. Smash the likes. Sub to Steve's channel, Mr. Beehive, and also Mr. Beehive talks England cricket.
yeah,
Top channels.
yeah. Mr.
We,
B,
we we need the subs. We need the subs on both channels. So, guys, please do it. Please do it. Trust me. It helps him out. It helps him out because he talks a lot of sense.
yeah, cheers. Thanks, guys. You know, that means a lot, you know. I try to. And some people might think I don't, but, you know, but fuck them. I don't care. But anyway, but no, you know, so I don't care what they think. They're fucking full of shit. No, but no, I mean, it's, you know, thanks a lot, guys. That means a lot. And, you know, please keep supporting me. Follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life 182. And as these lads have just said, follow and subscribe to me at Mr. B Hive Football Chat and Mr. B Chats England Cricket. So that's great, guys. Brilliant. And, you know, plenty more coming up, of course. Got plenty more to come. And got to do that cricket stream. I don't know when that'll be now. Might be Saturday.
Yeah, Steve, talking about cricket, IPL is on.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I ain't watched it at all. When did it start? Has it started?
Yeah, it started. I think last week or so it started.
Oh, I've got to catch up with that. I ain't watched it yet. I really have.
has Archer been sacked yet?
Archer? Well, probably. Should be. Oh, you know, he has been. Oh, you know.
Or is he in the pay of some of the opposition?
Yeah.
Because that was shocking.
Yeah, was it 17 or something more? Was it 20 odd? No, he went for 20 odd, didn't he? You know.
It was a joke, mate. It's the worst England player ever to play, wasn't it? It's terrible.
That's strange because he was bloody brilliant not long ago. He was superb, you know. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he was superb. Yeah, he was superb. He was superb like a year ago. I don't know what's happened to his downfall. His downfall is mad. He used to be very crafty pacer.
He was a good player. He was one of the reasons that England won that World Cup.
Yeah, 2019.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's happened to him now. I don't know. Maybe it's been under McCullum and that. I don't know. That might have fucked him up. I don't know. But it's just terrible, you know, what's happened to some of our players. I don't know. It's just gone to shit. But anyway, yeah, there will be a stream coming. I've got to talk about obviously Charlotte Edwards getting that head coach job for the women. Superb, you know, proper coach. You know, she is brilliant.
Is that a Brentford jacket you got on, Steve?
No, it's not. No, it's a wrestling one. You know, it's Kane. It is. You know, Kane, the wrestler.
Oh yeah, Kane. Yeah. Big red monster.
Yeah, big red machine. Yeah, they used to call him Big Red Retard, didn't they? On there, but that's not very fat. But you know, I mean, it's you got to be careful what you say with that over here. Obviously, with that sort of word, you know. But no, that's America for you, isn't it? But no, I mean, he was superb, mate. He was a great wrestler. I think he still does the WrestleMania or something like that.
No. I think Kane is retired.
Has he?
Kane is retired from the sport, and he's the mayor.
Oh right.
He's the mayor of his own city.
Oh right. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought he was still wrestling. Bit of a surprise. But yeah, so what don't worry about that. That was my dad, by the way. My dad again in the background there. But anyway, guys, I've got to go. And for now, till the next time, I'm out of here. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Yes. Bye. Take care.